Hey, this is Chris with EP Armory. Just going to do a really quick little install video of exactly how the Chris Vector Brrt is going to be working inside of your Chris Vector. I have upgraded mine from a Gen 1 fire control group to the Gen 2. It has a much better trigger pull than the Gen 1. So Gen 1 seems to be a little bit up and disorienting, I guess, as far as being able to pull the trigger consistently to get the Brrt run. So I did do to the Gen 2. They're on sale on Chris Vector's website. As you can see, their little tag here. But the roller is actually going to go underneath this spring, which is for your disconnect, and that is what your bolt is going to come up and make contact with to reset your trigger. And then depending on what generation you have, there is a Gen 1 bolt, a Gen 2 bolt, and then a Gen 3, which are going out with the newest ones here. So whenever you have your Chris Vector, you'll knock your pins out. Of course, this comes off. Your top rail, you'll have a pin that comes up here. In the Gen 1s, there's a pin, or sorry, an Allen screw that goes up here. You'll slide that off, which is going to expose the bolts which hold your fire control group in here. We're going to be messing with the middle one only. If you had problems after that, we can walk through, and there's a couple different things we can do to get your reset a little bit nicer. But like with the Gen 2, since we're doing this right here, you're actually going to install it through the top of your receiver, which is, if you can see here, that is going to adjust the reset for your trigger. You see it actually adjusting that down. So you're going to want to get it to where your trigger is set at about a 16th reset. Very short, though obviously the shorter you get it, the better it's going to be. But if you get it too short, then you can have some malfunctions as well. So again, with this, adjusting the roller, you'll just set it up on here. It does need to wear in, so if you don't get a couple Brrts out initially, just keep trying. It will eventually wear itself to where it needs to be, depending on how many rounds you've had through your gun. It could be, a couple mags. If you've got a really wore-in gun, it could be right off the bat. It's just going to be different depending on how many rounds people put through their Chris Vectors. So this will be, again, back up inside of the gun. We're going to be messing with the center bolt, not the outer bolts. This screw will run down to where you're going to adjust your trigger, take up all that reset, which I think Chris Vector should have done initially. But we're going to fix that with this bolt for your FRT to be engaged from your roller and get you spitting out some ammo. I know this is simplistic. We're trying to make it as quick as possible so that YouTube doesn't take down another video. If you have any questions,